I don't know. I think I really like this idea, and I'm actually proclaiming myself a virgin in 2024. I'm resetting my virginity now. I'm a virgin. Nothing else counts from the past. So this is me, guys. We closed off season 4 talking a little bit about Gen Z. And I feel like last year, we were heavy on the AI, and I feel like we'll still talk a lot about AI, but I want to talk more about Gen Z this year a little bit because, last few weeks I feel like we had a couple of good articles, but now, like, I don't know, man, they just have such a different way of thinking because Gen Zers are now resetting their virginity, man. They're saying they're resetting it. Lil Nas X, he tweeted out, on January 1st, he said it's 2024, meaning all of our body counts have reset to 0. I didn't know it worked like that. I didn't know you could do that, but Gen Z saying, "Oh, I'm resetting my virginity." This one guy, Bevan Vey, posted a TikTok video saying, when my virginity resets in a couple days. Caption in a clip of him lip syncing Nicki Minaj's song "Old Body," which includes the provocative lyrics, "You ain't fucked me, you fucked the old body."
Oh my God. So according to the dictionary, a virgin is a person who has not had sexual intercourse, meaning that penetration has to happen. Now, if you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, then it's possible that you're having sex without penetration. So technically, you could be a virgin still.
Yeah, that was interesting, hearing that tidbit, something I never really thought about.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying, virginity really is a construct. It's not something that you can test for. So the argument is if virginity is a construct, someone can decide whether or not they are one.
They definitely have a way to test, but
yeah,
that's a bit antiquated.
Listen, T.I., he makes sure the doctor tests his daughter's hymen every time she sees a doctor.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. That's crazy. Her shit is gone anyway. But anyway.
She's much older now, but yeah. But yeah, what do you think about people saying that, they're taking control and they're saying I'm a virgin now?
Listen, we just talked a little bit about the body count thing with 21, and I do think that the whole body count idea, it's like a little immature. Typically, it's people who are newer in their sexuality that are concerned with those sorts of things. And to be honest, it shouldn't really matter. And I think that I get what people are trying to get at, but I just have a hard time like not acknowledging reality. And I feel like as a society, we embrace that so fucking much right now. Like we just, I don't want to get, I don't know if it's political or what it is, but I have a problem with that.
Yeah. Troy, what did you think about like people resetting their virginity in 2024?
I feel the same way as you, Brian. I think that the whole body count thing is kind of corny and kind of played out. Personally, that I don't really care. Don't tell me. I won't ask. Don't tell. But I do think that at the same time, Gen Z, like resetting your virginity, I think you just need to like kind of like accept it. You made this choice, and you kind of just have to like learn from it. Don't act like it didn't happen. Don't be like, yeah, I'm still a virgin. It didn't count. Like that's not real life, unfortunately. Like you have to be able to live in this world. And I get like it's a cool thought process saying it's a construct, but at the same time, it's like it's not real. Unfortunately, it's not real.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I really like this idea, and I'm actually proclaiming myself a virgin in 2024. I'm resetting my virginity now. I'm a virgin. Nothing else counts from the past. So this is me, guys. I'm a virgin. Me and Yvonne Orgy, both of us.
Yvonne.
Oh my God.
She really got into another year still a virgin.
40 years old, yeah. But no, when you bring up like the LGBTQ component of this, and they brought it up in the article as well, it does make you kind of think about the definition of it, and if there's no penetration, I don't know. Are you a virgin or not? I mean, I'm a heterosexual man, so if I'm going to have sex with someone, that does include that. But I have dated girls, who are gay or bi or whatever. And I was thinking about this even further, and I'm like, it's all fun and games when you're dating the gay girl. Things until things get maybe a little bit more serious. I've never been in an exclusive relationship with a girl who likes girls or has dated girls. But I was like, damn, if it did get serious, and we get married, I don't want to be standing at the altar, and now this bitch is walking down with a tuxedo. Like,
there's no way. That's different, though. That's very different.
It is different. That's a conversation you have to have pretty early on. I feel like you got to get an understanding, because like, just because you're gay doesn't mean I'm into tuxedos. Like, wear a dress. I'm sorry, that's where I draw the line.
You could still say you're a virgin, but just wear a dress.
Listen, I'm a virgin now. I'm totally owning it. I didn't know you could do that, but hell, like, why not? Why not?
They say 67% of single individuals don't plan on asking their next partner how many people they've slept with, and only 24% think the number even matters.
Wow. Yeah. Things are changing.
Yeah.
But people don't know, man. People don't know why they're single. They don't know what works. This one 29-year-old woman, she's wondering if she's still single because she has sex on the first date too frequently. She says, I'm a 29-year-old woman, and I've been dating for most of my 20s in the hope of finding a husband to have a family with. I was used to the dating apps and would try to date men who are looking for something serious. If I feel a connection, I have no issue having sex with a guy on the first or second date. However, my friend says that the reason I'm not finding a husband is because I'm too sexually available. She says I need to keep men wanting more and not sleep with them until at least 10 dates in. Surely
I guarantee that friend is single. I guarantee.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like she's single.
No, that's bullshit. Her friend is single.
I don't think so. Surely this is an old-fashioned way of thinking. It's 2024 after all, she says. But I feel like 10 dates, that's insane. I feel like when someone says this, they're probably been in a relationship for a while and they don't understand how it is to date, because that's what it sounded like to me. Because ain't no way someone's regularly going on 10 dates with people before they, have sex with them.
10 dates isn't that many, though.
What?
10 dates doesn't take long to go through.
How long does it take for you to get through 10 dates, do you think?
I would think that maybe a couple months.
It's a long time.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that long. I think it's all perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're, let's say you see this person 2 times a week. There you go.
5 weeks. I'm not seeing no one 2 times a week for that long before we have sex.
But if you have a really great connection, then what's the problem?
That's a lot of time. 2 days a week?
I feel like for each individual it's different. Like some girls, they really want to get to know you before they just get in bed with you and fuck you. Like,
I mean, some guys are like that too. But
yeah, and I think that's fair. I think
okay.
I think that, if you, I think both scenarios are fair. If you want to have sex with people on the first or second date because you have a great connection with them, or you feel like there's a great connection, fine. But if you're complaining because you're still single, that means your judgment is shit, because you don't have a great connection with these people. You just want to fuck them.
Well,
but the other side of the spectrum is 10 dates isn't a guarantee that you're going to have a good connection with somebody. Somebody could just be holding on for the 10 dates. They could be getting their tank filled up somewhere else, and meanwhile they're just waiting for you to finally come around.
They're definitely getting their tank filled up somewhere else. 10 dates is a lot, and I feel like there's a happy medium. I think that the advice that the therapist gives in this article is great, because they pretty much say that, they have to agree with the young lady on this. They say your friend has a fairly narrow and simplified view of what creates lasting relationships, and research doesn't support her theory. Some people would definitely consider this view old-fashioned and probably misogynistic. You know, she says, like, if you were showing up to me in therapy, I would also have a few other questions that might be helpful to consider. Are there any patterns you notice in terms of who you're attracted to? Are there any patterns in the reasons your relationships end? Do you get your hopes up for a future together too soon? And do you feel disappointed if the relationship doesn't progress after you've slept together? Like, do you have that expectation? And I feel like those are questions you should ask as you're dating someone, as you're getting to know someone.
Yeah.
To act like, oh, it's just having sex on the first or second date, I think is dumb, especially if you're going to waste your time going 10 dates with someone. That's just unrealistic. Like, I understand when people say, oh, like, you know, 3 dates or whatever, and like, fine, I don't have a number on it personally, but I've never gone out with somebody for 10 times and not had sex with them. And if I'm going to see someone more than 5 times, then it's something substantial. I feel like we have a connection. Outside of that, we're just friends. If we go on 10 dates and there's no sexual anything, you're my buddy. You're in the friend zone.
No, I'm not saying no sexual anything. But I agree with you. I don't subscribe to putting a hard defined expectation on anything when it comes to dating, especially when you're first trying to get to know somebody, because I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
You can't hold everybody to the same standard or try to make them fit in your little rubric or whatever it might be. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it was interesting, you know.
But I mean, if you're going to go 10 dates before you give me before I get some cookie, then we're going to have to get something along the journey, like top some other stuff. I don't know. You're gonna have to put in work. It's been a long time since I dated, so I don't really know what the progression is anymore around first, second, third, and fourth base. But
10 dates, get the fuck out of here.
I don't think that's unreasonable.
That is super unreasonable.
2
that's
months?
A long time. That's more than 2 months. I mean, I'm not seeing anyone that frequently, you know, to that point. If we still had that blocker between us, personally, I'm a grown man, and I'm going to be doing other things. I just mentioned like all the things we did last year. Imagine dating someone for going on 10 dates with someone, having everything else to do in life, and you not having that connection. I'm sorry. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, like
all the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.